Hello, today you're going to learn how to install a TV plug or coax plug onto some TV cable. I'm Luke and I've been in the TV, aerial and satellite business for over 20 years now, and we often get call outs for a simple job as installing this TV plug. So I'm going to show you how to do it and how to save yourself some money rather than calling an aerial guy out. And all you need is a few tools. You need a knife, and I always use a pen knife because I like to carry it in my pocket and it's nice and safe. You could use a Stanley blade, and you will also need a pair of side cutters. So grab your tools and let's get going. So here we have two plugs, one that is together and one that I've unscrewed. There's four parts of the coax plug. You have two outer pieces like this, which simply screw together like that. And then you have the grip, which goes round the outer braiding, the outer copper braiding, which I'll show you in a minute. And then the centre tube, and this is the part where the centre core goes through. So if I just grab some cable and a knife, I'll show you how to strip back the cable. So here is our coax cable. Basically the coax cable is made up of different parts. On the outside, we've got the PVC outer jacket. It will then be followed by a braiding, a foil, a dielectric, which is an insulator between the outer braiding and then the copper core. So what we want to do is strip this back. There's a few ways of doing it. I like to strip it back like this and then cut round it. Some people just cut round it straight away. I find you can then damage the braid that way. So what I do, I just slice the outer cable like this. So how far do we cut back? Generally it's the size of your coax plug. So if we just mark here and slide your knife gently across, you can now see it looks like this, and you can mark round the outer PVC jacket, and now that will reveal the braiding. So you've got your braiding and your foil. Your foil helps against the interference through the cable. We don't actually need this bit on the end now. So what we do, we just wriggle it about a little bit and then that will break off like that. So we can discard of this bit of foil. We then just tidy the outer braiding up like that. And this is the dielectric. So this is what stops the copper braiding touching the copper core. And we now need to chop some of this back. So roughly 2 to 3 mil away from the copper braiding, just like that. And then just pull that off like so. Now we're going to get our coax plug. Let's put the outer piece on first. Now making sure that none of these braidings are touching the centre core. Even if you get one of these touching the centre core, you'll lose all your signal, or you'll at least make it bad. So now we get the grip. You can see that's all clamped down already, so we've got to undo each part of that. Now some people just pop that on over the top. There we go, get it in the camera. I like to actually connect it so one of the clamps goes through the copper braiding, just gives it a better connection, and then we can clamp that down like so. Now we get the center tube, which is what the copper goes through, but what I like to do is just bend the copper like that. So when we push this through, that's now made a good connection all the way through there. Now sometimes if you cut too much back, you'll have to get your cutters and you'll just crimp the end, and that will just knock the bit of copper off if you've got any poking through. And you can, if you like, make a slight mark on this part here. You don't have to, because I've bent the copper inside, that's a good fit anyway. But if it's a little bit loose, just clamp it down slightly, not near the end, because then you'll find it hard to get into your TV or your coax socket. Then get the other part of the coax plug and screw that together. And that is how you make a coax plug connection. I hope you found that video helpful and that you can now install your own coax plugs. If you've got any questions, please leave it in the comments below. If you liked the video, give me a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.